Hey guys, and welcome back to yet another supposed September 2013 ban list. It seems like I just did one of these, and here I am again, trying to get on here and report once again that this is another supposed to be ban list speculation, and I'm pretty much just gonna go through, give you my opinions on what I feel about this list, and how it would change the game for the future format if this was truly the ban list. So we're gonna dive right into it. Alright, banned. Banned all of the baby dragons. All of the baby dragons. You know, some people were saying, they're like, hey, if you want to stop dragons, if you want to, like, shut down dragons, all you gotta do is ban the babies. And we're just like, no, leave the babies alone. Leave the babies alone. It's just like, whatever. Yeah, you know, if some people are like, well, semi-limited big dragons. And some people are like, well, hit all the second played cards, like, you know, card destruction. You know, that card that won I forgot his name. I know he's Taiwan. You know, won him worlds. Remember? You remember that? Where he card destruction into Burner and Blaster and popped the Jowgen. Remember that? Yeah, that card. You know, or Super Reju and such like that. But banning all the babies, I guess. You know, it's gonna be definitely hard for the elemental dragons to do their plays without the babies. You know, it's kind of like their intra play. It's like, hey, discard the baby, discard the dragon, summon it, and now I have a dragon in the graveyard to banish with. So now I can go, like, from my hand, I'll banish that baby that I just discarded and the dragon that I discarded and summon another big dragon, and then if that big dragon I just banished was a big dragon that I haven't used, hey, I get to search. So, without the babies, it's definitely going to be hard for elemental dragons to be a viable deck. If this list is true, I want to see what elemental dragons would do without the babies. But like a good handful of people were saying at the beginning, the deck is nothing without the babies. And when we thought that the babies weren't coming out in Tachyon, and then ended up that they did, but we thought that, hey, they weren't, then we didn't even, like, bat an eyelash against dragons. So without the babies, let's see what they can do. Another card banned, Spellbook of Judgment. Here we go again. I've done plenty of ban list speculations, and a good majority of them just say Judgment banned. Now, at this point, I don't like Judgment being banned, and no, I'm not being biased, because I play all decks. And the problem with Judgment being banned is that, once again, it just came out. This seems like it's going to ruin Konami sales. Now, either this card should be, like, limited, or you shut down a lot of other things, or this card shouldn't have been made in the first place, But if you want to ban it, that's gonna piss a lot of people off, especially people who are like buying Tachyon trying to pull this, just make my judgment worthless. Thanks, and I just, some people just got it. I was at Worlds and people were running around looking for Spellbook of Judgment, so for them to get a chance to pick it up, for it to turn around and be banned, you know. So I guess if you want to ban it, well, that's our ban card. So now we're going to limited. So got that acrobatic monkey spacer, of course. That's my spacer for every list. So first card limited to 1. Rooster? You mean Rooster that just came out like a few days ago? Rooster? Yeah, sure. Okay. So pretty much don't even allow Fire Fist the time to shine, Like, they were doing decently before Dragons and Spellbooks came out, but Mermail, doused their flames. So now they maybe had a chance with 3 axes or 4 axes, but no, you're just like, nope, limit Rooster 1. So they get 1 playoff. They get their 1 loop, They can go, what is it, like Raven, send, get a Tensu, Spirit, summon Raven, Synchro, Horse Prince, summon Rooster, search, maybe send something, Tensu Tenki, get something else, but, it's not like the play was, so amazing, The deck was very susceptible to getting Veilered and Maxied. Now, I know that evidence of absence is not the absence of evidence, but the deck didn't even get a chance to shine, and this is already putting out 1. Like, the card literally just came out, like, a few days ago, so for it to go down to 1, I mean, wow, okay. Glad I didn't pull it or pick any up. Alright, next card limited. Genex Ally Birdman. Now, I know I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, and I'm probably going to do this because I can see where they're coming from. I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to put it over here, Genex Ally Birdman, because it seems like This right here, these two being limited, seems like they're trying to hit that Genex, what was it, Miss Valley OTK? Remember that old thing where, you'd have like the blast fan, then you return it to the hand, summon Birdman, and then this would go off, and then you'd synchro summon it for like the ancient fairy dragon, and you just loop it, and I mean I guess, but the problem is that this play hasn't been done in a while. Like, who does this play anymore? Last time I seen this play, I was dueling on Dev Pro in unrated. But when's the last time someone's like, oh yeah, I topped the regionals with this play, or oh yeah, I topped YCS nationals. Oh, I was in worlds with this play. No one, ever. So for this to be addressed on the ban list when it hasn't even done anything, I mean, it's kind of like, wow, whatever. And I know you guys are probably like, okay, Daily Den, you're at an all-time low. You're just pretty much just throwing a whole bunch of things on here and just talking about it just to get the views. No, there's actually a link in the description. It'll take you right to it where it's like, this might be it, and it's just like, okay, sure. So we're gonna move right along. Next card, limited to 1, Mermail Abyssteus. Now, in my opinion, if you were gonna hit any Mermail card, any Mermail monster, not including, like, I'm not saying Diva, I'm not saying Dragoons, it would have to be Abyssteus. Now, some people are like, no, hit Megalo. No, Abyssteus is way better than Megalo. Sure, it's not as strong attack-wise, but its effect is so much better, it's only 1 water monster instead of 2, so, it's just like, 1. And its effect is so much better, so it's like, a Megalo is like, ooh, search for a spell and trap. It's just like, okay, I guess I'll get my sphere. Well, Abyssteus is like, hey, get a level 4 lower Mermail monster. Hey, do you want that gun to revive, or that spike to send, or whatever, that Lin to set and get another one of us? It's kind of like, in my opinion, Abyssteus was way stronger than Megalo, and if they were gonna limit any of the Mermails, it would have to be Abyssteus. So that's where on this list I'm okay with them hitting Mermails, because Mermails are still a powerful deck. They've been a powerful deck all format, even with dragons and spellbooks. Mermails were still deck number 3, and even with Ophion, they were still deck number 3. So, this hit will definitely weaken the deck and promote newer decks to be played, because at the point right now where Mermails are at, where people are like, hey, hit spellbooks, hit dragons, and people are like, hey, what about, some are like, hey, what about Mermail? And they're like, no, not Mermail. If they don't hit Mermail, Mermails will be so powerful that, it will hurt their cells, People will be like, well, why should I play Bujin, or why should I play Ghost Tricks when I just keep on getting OTK'd by Mermails, Why didn't they get hit? I mean, sure, dragons and spellbooks are so powerful right now that you kind of forgot about it, but remember in the beginning format, before they existed, Mermails were, drowning all of us, and people were just like, raging and just been like, hey, emergency ban, this is getting retarded. But then as soon as dragons and spellbooks came out, everybody just kind of forgot about Mermail. Prices of Megalo went down to an all-time low before the reprint, and you probably could have picked the deck up with the secret rares and everything for like maybe like $200, because no one wanted to play the deck anymore. And the reason is because, sure, the deck was good, but it got out-resourced. It got out-resourced by dragons and spellbooks. If you watch Daily Duels, the first episode of Daily Duels, I'm playing with Mermails and I'm going against dragons. I played decently, but in the end, I run out of cards to play, while dragons with their 2 hands and their super dupes just completely crush me, because I got out-resourced. That's even the name of the episode. With a hit hard enough to dragons and spellbooks with this list, with the babies being banned and Spellbook of Judgment being banned, Mermails will jump out of the water, literally, and kick all of our butts. So, with Abyssteus being hit, it does put them on a level playing field. Next card limited, Wind Up Shark. Alright, so I guess you haven't got enough of giving Wind Ups the D, What, they think they they got first place in the regionals at the beginning, and then they never did anything else. Okay, sure. The deck has completely changed. You gotta run, like, Summoner Monk, which can be Veilered. You can't have Magician in your hand. The deck has definitely changed, and if you want to continue to give the deck the D, then I guess go ahead and hit Shark, but it's kind of like, why? You haven't given the deck enough D? I mean, really, the only time I ever see Wind Up Shark being used anymore is like in that Utopia deck, so, I I haven't seen a wind-up deck in a long time, so for them to get hit on this list when they really haven't done anything all format, except for one win, I mean, I guess. I didn't think that's just a waste of a hit. Next card, limited to 1. Super Rejuve. Okay, so ban the babies, but still hit Super Rejuve to 1. Okay, so I guess that's to prevent people going, like, with the remains of the Elemental Dragon deck going, like, what, card destruction, Super Rejuve? I mean, I guess, but if you're gonna hit the babies, then it seems like you would just leave Super Rejuve alone and let it ride, just like you did with, Exodia Dragon Super Rejuve OTK, you know? You kind of just let it go. So, for them to ban the babies and hit this down to 1, I mean, I guess. It just seems like they're just taking really arbitrary ways out to do this stuff. Next card limited to 1, Abyss Fear. Okay, I can see that. I can definitely see that. You know, you get to summon out of the deck. So, Mermail total hit, Abyssteus to 1, Sphere to 1. Okay, I think that's a pretty decent hit to Mermail. You know, they still got 1 Searcher, you know. I would like to see, instead of Sphere, I would like to see Dragoons on this, but, you know, if you want to do Sphere and Abyssteus, I guess that's fine. And now we're going to get into the extra deck hits. Trishula coming back to 1. Okay, but my problem with Trishula is that, you know, people are like, hey, they're trying to bring back Synchros. Yes, they're trying to bring back Synchros, but the problem with your argument is that they're trying to bring back new Synchros. They're saying, hey, we're making new Synchros. Buy it. Buy it. How the heck is Konami going to promote new Synchros when you have one of the most powerful Synchros unbanned, you know? What if they make another level 9 Synchro? You know? Mistworm. Mistworm took the seat, the placeholder of Trishula, when he went away. You know? People, if they make another level 9 Synchro, I mean, it's going to be like, well, why do I play it? I mean, unless the card's so broken that it could have potential to get banned, it has to be more broken than Trishula. Because if it's not, then people are going to be like, well, I could buy that card and make that card. Or, you know what, I could go and get the Trishula that you're not making any, you know, cells with anymore and use that instead. So, you know, sure, you want to promote Synchros, but bringing back the old Synchros isn't the best way to promote Synchros. Make new Synchros. Don't look to the past. That's not what Konami does. They don't look towards the past because they're not making money off of the past. They're making money off of the future, the new cards. You know, they're making money off of the Rooster that apparently got limited. They're making money off of the Judgment Day, you know? So, for them to bring back Trishula is kind of like, why? But I guess people are just like, yes, Trish can come off the list. It's not the fact that it can come off the list. It's the fact that it's not promoting new Synchros. Okay, so tell me what you guys think about Trish coming back. Alright, and the last card, limited to 1, Big Eye. Alright, we all seen that one coming. Even with a huge dragon hit, even with a nice hit to Mermails, there's still decks that can make rank 7s. You know, High Priestess, Machina Fortress, you know, there's still decks that can do it. And, you know, dragons aren't completely dead, you know, you can still pull it off with them. Mermails can still do it. So for Big Eye to go down to 1, that's fairly decent to hit, you know. We can actually see Big Eye going down to 1, as long as, you know, other Change of Heart cards don't come out. Now, how this list is a little bit more believable than the last list is that at Worlds, I actually talked to some of the people who were in Worlds, and, you know, they tell the people at Worlds the list, but of course they're not allowed to reveal it. They can get in a lot of legal trouble, like you can get sued trouble. So, you know, they kind of give hints. So, I was talking to one of them, and they said, like, I'm not going to tell you anything, but I'm just going to say you might want to get rid of some of your Big Eyes. So, unlike the previous list that didn't touch Big Eye at all, this one actually addresses Big Eye and says Big Eye to 1. So, this might actually have a chance to be a viable list just because of that statement. And that's all the cards going down to 1, so let's move on to cards being semi-limited or going to 2. Gladiator Beast Bestiari. No. Really? We're going to go back to another Glad format? Once again, I don't see this viable because not Bestiari itself, but Gladiator Beasts were a huge problem. especially Geyserus and, all of that stuff. It was just popping so many cards, And for this card to come back, it's not smart because Gladiator Beasts are still a decent deck, And it being at 2, I mean, I know some Gladiator Beast players who played, and they're just like, give me 2 Gladiator Beasts, I will kick Bestiari. They're like, I'll kick everybody's ass. And once again, you're not promoting new play, Once again, if Bestiari going up to 2 is supposedly strong enough to defeat a lot of people, then why would you want to purchase these new cards when, you can just go back to Gladiator Beast, You can pick Bestiari up for 18 cents. Why would I want to buy Rooster for like $60 and I can just buy Bestiari for 18 cents and kick their butt? So, once again, not promoting new play. It's kind of like that card that should just stay where it's at. So, don't look towards the path, Dragonfly and Hornet are still limited to 1. Bestiari is still limited to 1. Allure and Dark Arm still limited to 1. It's the decks of the past. You hit them, they stay, and you move forward. So Bestiari coming back up to 2, it's just not a smart play in my opinion. Next card going up to 2, Gorz. Okay, sure. I don't want Gorz going up to 2. I feel like Gorz is that card. Gorz is kind of up there with like Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, Heavy Storm. It's like that one-time thing. You got it? Okay, good. Let me find a way around Gorz. If you have 2, then no one's gonna be really wanting to direct attack. I mean, I like it where it is. I like Gorz at 1 and Trag at 2. It's kind of like that's fine. Because Trag's attack can vary. Trag, he's good, but, if you don't got the cards in your hand, he's not that strong. Well, Gorz, he's always going to be 27, and his token's going to be whatever you took directly. Or, if you actually do it, the burn damage. But Gorz will always be 27 over the attack barrier. Gorz is level 7, so, you can go into rank 7s. It's just not a smart play. I feel Gorz should just stay at 1. It's kind of like that card that should just stay at 1. Next card, Grand Mole. Once again, I feel like this is that card to just stay at 1. Grand Mole is that one-time thing where, and it's even not a one-time thing. If you get that Grand Mole to your hand, he's going to be doing his job. And to have just 2 in the deck will definitely get irritating because it hurts plays. Konami wants to promote not only Xyz, but Synchros too. And Grand Mole just waxes it, they're still selling boxes of Hidden Arsenal 7, so people still want to pick up Ophion, sure, you have your Ophion. Sure, you have your Pandemic, but Grand Mole don't give a rat's ass. Grand Mole, bounce, there's nothing you can do about it. Sure, go ahead, safe zone, bounce. Go ahead, dress, bounce. How are you supposed to promote new Synchros when you have Grand Mole bouncing everything? Grand Mole's just that card that should, if you got it, you got it, good. But putting it up to 2, making it more consistent to get, it's kind of like, nah. I mean, Sandganon's banned, so, you can't even search him anymore. So, just keeping Grand Mole at 1, I definitely feel is the best choice. And just putting up to 2 is just like, why? I guess, but no. I apologize for this video being long, but I gotta, explain everything. Next card going to 2. Black Rowan. Nope. No. Here we go once again with the quote argument of the freaking 2012 year. If Wonder Factory's at 3, why can't Black Whirlwind be at 3? Because it's worded incorrectly. It's not updated in its wording. Alright? Black Whirlwind has been updated in its wording. Madoche ticket has been updated in its wording. Black Whirlwind's not updated in its wording. It's just like Infernities. If literally Infernities were never made and Infernities came out now, they would be worded differently. It'd be like, you can only activate the effect of Infernity Necromancer once per turn. In which, doesn't matter if it leaves the field and comes back, you can only activate the effect once per turn. Same thing with Wando Factory and Madoche Ticket. The problem with this card is that it doesn't say once per turn. It doesn't say you can only activate the effect of Black Whirlwind once per turn. It says when a Blackwing monster is normal summoned, you get to add a Blackwing monster from your deck with attack less than that monster. So with it at 2, and if you have 2, then they stack. So if you go Black Whirlwind, summon Shura, search for Breeze, search for Bora, and it's kind of like, that's the problem. And if you go, double summon, there you go again, search some more. That's the problem. Black Whirlwind could be at 3 if it was reworded as you can only activate the effect of Black Whirlwind once per turn. Then sure, it could be at 3. But because it's not worded correctly and it can just get you these pluses that are really unnecessary in a deck of the past that was topping and causing trouble and being top of the format, not promoting new play, that's the problem with it. If you really want to help Blackwings, I would give them, it's hard to say, but I'd give them 2 Gale before I give them 2 Whirlwind. Not saying that I give them 2 Gale, but I'd give them 2 Gale before I give them 2 Whirlwind. Just because, this card just pretty much just, what? Take that back. I take that back because you can just go Gale, and half. So, nothing. I'm sorry, Blackwing players. I know, but once again, you're a deck of the past. We give you your Kahoots back. You can still do stuff. My friend plays a Blackwing deck, and he does perfectly fine with it. Just update your play. Look towards the future. There's over 5,000 different Yu-Gi-Oh cards you can play, and you need to stop dwelling on the past. This deck is a deck of the past, and we need to move forward. So Black Whirlwind, stay at 1. So there we go. And now we're going to cards going up to 3. Alright. Tsukiyomi to 3. Okay, sure. Why not? Tsukiyomi was, actually did something. Tsukiyomi actually did something in Worlds, and Tsukiyomi even got Solemn Judgment, because Tsukiyomi was going to set that Jowgen. But you know what? Tsukiyomi's still kind of like that card, like, okay, you want to use your normal summon for it? The only deck that was kind of playing it was Elemental Dragons, just because they're like, hey, we don't use a normal summon, so let me just summon Tsukiyomi and set your stuff, and, set that problem card. But with this list, with the dragons just getting hit so hard with the babies, then, you know what, sure, why not Tsukiyomi to 3? And let's see if Tsukiyomi to 3 will do something next format, like it actually made an appearance this format. Next card. Wind Up Magician. Okay, so you're going to put Shark down to 1, but put Magician back up to 3? I don't condone that. Magician is like your summoner monk. Magician is your searcher, your summoner from the deck. And one of the major things about Konami and hits on the ban list is that they don't like hit summon from the deck. They don't like it. They think that it's kind of like a cheap play that gets you like a plus without use of a resource, because they consider resources as on your field and in your hand. Wind Up Magician, he summons from the deck, doesn't even matter if you look at it. You had 1 monster on the field, or, well, you'd have to have something, another wind-up tactic. Okay, so let's say you have 2 wind-ups on the field and 5 cards in hand. Magician goes off, now you summon from the deck. Now you got 3 monsters on the field and 5 cards in hand. So you just plus without using any resources, which is something that Konami doesn't like. So it's kind of weird with this list, how you're bringing back Magician, yet hitting Rooster. It's kind of like, once again, looking towards the past. Next card. Advanced Ritual Art. Okay, so they feel like Advanced Ritual Art didn't really do anything at 2, so let's put it up to 3. Once again, I feel like it's not a very smart move, because you're looking towards the past, because, once again, if you put this card up to 3, then we're going to get Herald again, and Herald's going to be, if you want to promote fairies, then, they got that Transmodify. You can go Transmodify fairies, so just try new things, but don't look towards the past with, Herald. That's just gonna, up a lot of decks, stop a lot of decks. It's gonna be like Dino Rabbit all over again. So that's not really what I would like to see go up to 3. Next card up to 3. E-Call, yay! E-Call up to 3, because it's like heroes totally need it. Like, oh yeah, heroes suck this format because E-Call was at 2 and Padawali was at 2. Because once again, this card's going up to 3. Once again, this card can go up to 3 because no one will play it at 3. Everybody hates Padawali. When Padawali first came out, everybody was playing at 3. But when it went down to 2, people put it to 2, and everybody was like, okay, I like this at 2. Because good majority of times you Padawali into a Padawali, or you draw 2 Padawalis, and it's kind of like, okay, this isn't working out. So even if Padawali went up to 3, who would really play 3? But the problem is 3 Padawalis and 3 E-Calls. Okay, heroes are even more consistent with a Stratos, a Rhoda, 3 E-Calls, 3 Padawalis, 2 Hero Libs. Heroes only have to run like 8 monsters. 8 monsters. You act like the deck is bad. The deck is perfectly fine with it is. And I still think the deck is still really, really good. You got Bubble Man doing the Blade Armor plays, Excalibur plays, the OTK plays. You got Super Poly that can't be stopped. You got Miracle Fusion. Let's just keep E-Call at 2. Let's just keep E-Call at 2, We don't really need it to go up. Heroes don't really need it. They're still doing perfectly fine, Let's just give freaking Samurais Gateway and Shen at 3 or 2, because, what? Why not? Because, those decks are kind of like in the same position, where, heroes will never be a bad deck as long as they still have their cards. But just giving them more cards, I don't condone it. Next card going up to 3, Scapegoat. Okay, sure. The problem is that, I get that they're promoting Synchros, but once again, they're also promoting, Mecha Phantom Beast. If this card went up, I wouldn't be surprised, They're trying to promote Synchros, and they're trying to promote Mecha Phantom Beast Planes, or whatever they're called, Beast Crafts. I forgot their name. But anyway, the Mecha Phantom Beast Craft, it's any tokens. So, if they have one of them, you finally got rid of all the tokens, you try to go for the attack that can just go okay, Scapegoat, summon, okay, my plane doesn't die. And then you have some that can just tribute tokens to plus. So, I see where they're coming from. They want to put this card up to 3, just, give them more tokens and just promote. But at least this is promoting new play. At least this card's promoting new play and not looking towards the past. So, if they put up to 3, I wouldn't be shocked. And Mirror Force to 3. Okay, so more back row. So, just like when Mirror Force went up to 2, people will probably be a little more cautious with their plays and start putting their cards in defense position. But Mirror Force was definitely too slow for this format, but maybe with a big enough hit to dragons and marmels and such like that, maybe it will be a viable card next format. Okay, so time for overall opinions about this list and how I think it will shape the format. Overall, I don't think this is the real list. I think that this is probably the fakest list I have seen yet. I feel that this is a butthurt list. This isn't something I would see Konami doing. This is the list that I see someone so butthurt about the format and wanting to pass. Oh, dragons hit the babies. Oh, hit the judgment. Oh, hit the rooster because I'm getting my butt kicked on Dev Pro because I haven't even played the game yet. Oh, I'm salty because I'm getting my butt kicked by Divine Win on Dev Pro. Oh yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Bring my wind-ups back. Super Rejuve hit it still. I want my Gladiator Beast back. Let's bring Gladiator Beast back. They haven't done anything. I'm tired of getting OTK'd, and I want more Gorz. I need more Gorz. Oh, my Granwall, I need to bounce that Ophion. So let's run. Oh, Black Wings haven't done anything. Let's put Black Whirlwind back up to 2. I'll bring my Windows back. I want to ritual summon some more. I want to do that. Oh, heroes haven't done anything. I want to play my heroes. And then, let's bring Trishula back. He hasn't done anything. It just seems like, see, the way I'm saying it, it seems like someone so butthurt. This seems like a butthurt player prediction. This doesn't seem like a viable list. And another thing, this is a lot of movement. Konami doesn't move this many cards on a ban list. This is a lot. I don't even know how long this video is right now, but I know it's long. And partially it's my fault because I talk a lot, but partially it's because this is a lot of movement. This seems like, once again, like a butthurt player. So, with this list, prophecies are, once again, not tier anymore. They probably, since they have World, they'll probably try to do some plays with that. But with Judgment being banned, without Judgment, they weren't even a top tier deck. As soon as Judgment came out, they went up. But before Judgment came out, they couldn't even top. So, for Judgment to go back being banned, that's a really big hit. Babies being banned, it's kind of like, where did you get that from? And can Dragons still be a viable deck without them? I don't know. But yeah, it looks like Dragons might be dead. So those 2 decks are done. You already hit Fire Fist when they didn't even do anything. Melmons are hit. Will end up coming back. So it looks like we're looking towards the past. So with this, it looks like Mermails will still be trying to do stuff. Fire Fist will still be trying to do stuff. Heroes will be up top going with the boost. Gladiator Beast will be back. Windups will be back. So once again, look at the decks I'm saying. Decks of the past. So, instead of moving forward, instead of promoting like Boojins and stuff like that, it looks like we're going to go to the past, and we're going to allow these decks of the past to be able to, do their best in format. This looks like a balanced list. This looks like a butthurt balanced list where people want to lower the best tier and upper the lower tiers and try to get this balance, but really, you can't really do that. Because to do that, you have to look towards the past, once again, and that's not something Konami does. So tell me what you think about this list, but overall, this looks like a butthurt prediction list. Nowhere near that this could be possible. The only thing that I could see being possible and how this list is a little bit more viable than last list is that big guy going down when I talk to people at Worlds. But if this is the list, I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. It seems like a super butthurt list. It seems like a lot of movement, and it just seems like you're just hitting things that don't even need to be addressed, or moving things that don't even need to be moved. So tell me what you guys think about this list, and once again, I will keep on doing these videos until, the ban list is being revealed. So it's supposed to be revealed, I think, on the 20th, so like in a week, but in Japan, they usually get it like a week earlier. So probably, this list will probably be up to us tomorrow. The ban list will be here tomorrow. So the way that they're doing it is that they're saying that this is a list. Many people are confirming that this is the list, and they're just trying to get confirmation. But this is the list. I don't like it one bit. This is a lot of movement, and it's looking way too much to the past. Now, if you're asking me, hey, Daily Daniel, do you like this list or yesterday's list? Yesterday's list was so much better. A few things were moved, a few things were addressed. You could see the shape of the format, and, the only thing I didn't like about yesterday's list is that Giant Trune came back, and it wasn't a big enough hit to Mermails. But everything else was perfectly fine. It was a decent hit to Prophecy, but yet they still weren't dead. It was a huge hit to Dragons, because, Dragons... In my opinion, Dragons are stronger than Prophecy. That's just my opinion. When you look at Worlds, you have 26 participants, and 20 of them were Dragons, 6 were Prophecy or Spellbook. So, which one's the stronger deck? You look at the percentages in OCG, 62% Dragon and 22% Prophecy. So it's kind of like, really, which one's the stronger deck? I really like the previous list, besides the Giant Trune and the not big enough hit to Mermails. Everything else I pretty much agreed with, and it was pretty cool in my eyes. But this one is this looks like a butthurt list once again. Looking way too much towards the past, trying to balance it, and the problem with balancing it is you're looking towards the past, and, Konami's not going to make any money, With Heroes being top tier, and Gladiator Beast coming back, and Wind-Ups coming back, how the heck is Konami making any money? Konami is money first, gameplay second, They'll make hits that we won't even see just because, they'll either make them money or hurt how much money they make. So, this list, I just don't see it viable. So tell me what you guys think. Like I said, don't like it. And, of course, when the real list comes, or if this is the real list, I will once again report about it. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all support. And tell me what you guys think in the comments below. So, see you guys hopefully on the ban list or the next speculated list, because I'm going to do it for all of them. So thanks for watching.